Seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, 'cause I'm falling apart.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm Lee Rose and I make beauty and lifestyle content. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you all the details on my snake eyes piercing. I'm going to be going in depth into like everything. This is everything you need to know about this piercing, okay? I wrote down everything from day to day. This is the pain, the lisp, the eating, the bleeding, everything, you guys. Everything about this snake eyes piercing. Let me start off this video by saying I have a piercing and tattoo playlist that I want you guys to check out because I have multiple videos that have to do. First of all, I have a vlog with my snake eyes piercing, which you guys can check out, of course, first, so you guys can see how it was like me getting the snake eyes piercing. And also I have a few tattoo videos you might enjoy, and also I will have more videos going on that playlist because I will be making a couple more videos about this snake eyes piercing. So just stay tuned because I'm gonna be giving you guys all the tea on this piercing, okay? A lot of people have certain experiences that are like perfect experiences that are like, they just say it was painless and it was just an easy healing piercing, and I had the opposite experience. Usually all of my piercings do not go bad. Usually all of my piercings are easygoing and heals fast and pretty well, except my Medusa piercing, you guys. You see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. I still have a scar for my Medusa piercing. I took that piercing out because it caused me mouth problems, and it caused me some of the same problems that the snake eyes has caused me. Let's get straight into the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notification, and like this video if you do enjoy this video. By the end of it, show love to my channel. It's free. So the first thing I wanted to get into was my first reaction when I first got my tongue piercing, and basically just kind of go over how it felt actually getting it, and just what was like the first day like. So for me, my tongue pierce, this hurt, okay? And I have a tongue piercing. I have two tongue piercings. Look, one in the back, and I just got my tongue piercing. The one in the back, people say hurts more than the snake eyes, and I honestly don't understand why. My piercer gave me the wrong bar. He gave me too small of a bar to heal with, but I did get it changed. Literally just getting the needle through, it hurt like really bad. I'm not gonna lie, and when I left the piercing place, it still was hurting really bad. And it wasn't something that like I was like, wow, I can't take this, or this is some extreme pain. It wasn't nothing extreme. It was nothing that I couldn't take, but it was definitely something that people say they don't feel nothing, and that is a complete lie. If I was to do a 1 to 10 of how that pain felt, I would definitely give it a 9. And that, no, I would give it an 8, because 9 is like excruciating type. But like, I would give it an 8 out of pain because it hurt and it didn't stop hurting, and actually my entire healing process hurt. So like I said, first reaction, it definitely did hurt, and it swelled up a lot. It got really swollen. But that's with any piercing, any tongue piercing, you swell up. So there wasn't nothing too crazy about the way my piercing was swollen, but I did have a too small of a bar, so it was definitely, my piercing was basically falling into my tongue because I needed to change it. And you guys, when I first got this piercing, I was sick. I wasn't sick when I got it. I got sick after like the second day of having it. So I was sick while I had this tongue piercing. So I had to go on like my 4th day of having it, and I had to go get it changed, even though I was still a little sick because I was not about to have that, and I didn't want it to sink into my tongue because it would have left like empty space on my tongue. I did not want that at all, so I had to go change it. Now I'm gonna be getting into eating. So the eating for me, because I had a small bar at first, because I had too small of a bar, eating wasn't nothing crazy. It really didn't affect me, kind of like with this piercing. When I first got it, I ate. It is hard to eat. It's difficult because you have to get used to this metal piece in your mouth. It's a little hard because it's at the tip of your tongue. So you know when you're eating, you kind of like take stuff out your teeth with the tip of your tongue. You can't really do that when you get the snake eyes. So, and it's painful. So it's like, that's the part about eating that's hard. But for me, eating wasn't too crazy. It was still annoying because it did hurt. So certain things, it wasn't that it was necessarily bumping into my teeth, it was that it did hurt. So if it got stuck or anything, it hurt. But also recently, actually, I bit it, and I bit it like slow. It was weird because it wasn't like I was chewing and then I bit it fast, but I bit it kind of slow by accident, of course. And my tooth hurt so bad. So you have to be careful if you're gonna get this piercing. Like, just be careful with that, because if you bite it, you could definitely chip a tooth and you could definitely hurt your tooth. Like, I had to check if I was bleeding, because it's just I've been having so much like headache with this piercing. So just be careful with that. So I wanted to speak on the ball coming out of the piercing, because I know a lot of different people have experiences with this. Like I told you guys before, I had too small of a bar when the ball came out, because the ball came out like 4 times with my tongue swollen and the bar being too small and me being sick. Do you know how horrible that was? Like, that was bad. It was tough. But yeah, my ball definitely came out. So just be aware, your ball might come out of your piercing, and you definitely, like I said, have to be aware of that. Easiest way to put back in the piercing is just by getting gloves, rubber gloves, and then, you know, it's dry rubber gloves, so it'll help you put the ball back on. Next one is how to speak, and how did I speak with my snake eyes piercing, and did I have a lisp? So as y'all can hear from me talking right now, I currently have a lisp, and also videos after getting my snake eyes piercing video that I posted on YouTube, you guys can see how I was talking. It was swollen and it was hard to speak, and it does give you a lisp, unfortunately. I didn't make a full month with this piercing yet, but I do have a lisp right now. It's not a crazy lisp, it just makes talking a little bit harder. But when you first get it, you're not gonna want to talk, and I'm a talker, so I have to talk. But I would definitely recommend, if you're gonna get this piercing, try your best not to talk. As crazy as this sounds, try your best to eat soft foods. I didn't do that, please, because don't be like me. Eat soft foods and also talk less. So now we're gonna get into did it bleed. So if you're a little bit like sensitive to things like this, you know, skip this part. Did this piercing bleed? My piercing bled a lot. A lot. So when I first got it, it actually bled. So when he first pierced it, I forgot to mention that in the beginning of this video, but that's why it's so important to watch full videos, because you need to know all the info. So when I first got it, it bled. I was nervous about that. I don't like blood, so the fact that it bled was like really annoying, but I wasn't looking at the blood. It was just after, when I got the paper towel. And then I got these things. I'm gonna put clips on the screen, of course, but I had got these a white like bump on my tongue right next to both sides. One had appeared first, and then the other side got the same thing. So it was like this white ball, like a white bump on my tongue. I didn't know what those were, but basically they were full of pus and blood. So when those popped, it would bleed, and I didn't know that that's what was bleeding. I thought my piercing was bleeding. I was pretty scared, because I'm like, why is it bleeding like this? So when that would pop, it would be kind of a lot of blood, but I would just kind of put it in a paper towel and dap it up, and it would be fine. Those bumps went down once the blood went away. As y'all can see, that's how the piercing looks now. It doesn't have a white bump, but it did at first. So I'm not sure if it was because of the bar. I'm not sure what it was because of, but every time, like, it would come back, and then it had to pop and bleed again. So I had a lot of blood in this piercing. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to go over the cost in NYC. So for me, the cost was $20 for this piercing, which is pretty good, pretty normal. Some places do it cheaper, some places do it more expensive. I want to speak about my mouth and the problems that it had caused. So basically, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is another thing that made me almost want to take out this piercing, because I'm not an easy person to be like, let me take it out. That's why I still have it. When it comes to my teeth, like when it comes to like gum problems and things like that, I'm not having it. I do not like that, because that's like messing your health up for a piercing, and I'm not about that. Like I told you guys earlier, I had the Medusa piercing, and when I got that piercing, it was so pretty. It hurt really bad too, actually, but the healing process wasn't crazy. So with that piercing, I had to take out the piercing in the healing phase, because it was messing up my gums. My gums became swollen, and I got gingivitis. I went to the dentist and everything, and they told me. So I got basically an infection from that, and you know, it went away after once I took it out. I had problems with my gums with this snake eyes piercing. I was really scared, but I was like, I'm gonna keep rinsing my mouth with salt water. I'm keep looking away. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm gonna keep rinsing my mouth with salt water. I'm gonna keep like brushing my teeth a lot, because I was not about to have that problem. I actually had a bump on my gums too, which was another bump filled with pus and blood. Sounds so nasty, and it is nasty, but I had that. And then my dog's drinking water. But I had that, and then it popped one day, and that also bled in my mouth. So I was like, wow. The gum problem went away, but just be careful, because if your gums get swollen and stuff, and you just have to really read the signs and take care of your mouth, because if you're, I don't know if it's because I have a sensitive mouth. I don't know if it's because I just am like that, because I'm a sensitive person overall. But this piercing, usually oral piercings, just give me just mess up my mouth a little bit. So I wanted to speak on some things that helped me cope with this piercing. Some things that I just did to basically just help the healing process go on faster and just kind of get over the healing process for the most part. So I would say, number one, you have to consistently check on that piercing. If you're not checking on the piercing, there's so many things that could go wrong. You just always want to be careful and just always check your piercing, because I wouldn't have put two and two together and knew, oh, this bump means that when it bled, and this, you know what I mean? Like, you have to pay attention to your gums. You have to pay attention to everything, especially because this piercing, a lot of people say it's bad. So always just, no matter what piercing it is, just watch it. Also, not only watching, but you need to be washing this piercing. As with every other piercing, this is basically an open wound. And your tongue is, that's like that's your blood vessels. That shit could go to your whole body, give your whole body an infection. So just make sure that you're doing your salt water rinse, and make sure that you're, you know, taking care of your mouth, brushing your teeth all the time, non-alcohol mouthwash. And also, when you're eating, rinse out your mouth. If you're eating something that you know is gonna stay in your mouth, you don't want food stuck in the piercing or nothing that's nasty. So make sure you guys are doing that. Don't just get a piercing to be cute and then not take care of it. That's very, very, very important, you guys. Let me just end this video by saying, answering the question, would you recommend this piercing to others? I would recommend this piercing to others 100%. Everybody has different experiences, and you never know how it might work for you. It might be way different from mine. So I would recommend this piercing. I just also would recommend watching the piercing, washing the piercing, and making sure you know what you're getting into, because it's not a simple healing process, okay? And I've seen girls who get the piercing and it's hard for them to take care of, so they just take it out. So make sure, before you put yourself in any type of pain or waste your money, make sure you're up for that. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe down below. Turn on your post notification bell so that every time I post a video, you'll be notified. You can click on it. You can be like, what's up? Show love to my channel, of course. And I will see you guys in my next YouTube video. So, bye.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic.